Welcome back to 1257 AD. This is Arcade Night, and I am in Tully Hogue Fort right now, and Lord Lancia is right behind me, and I've just been thinking about all the plans I have for this episode, all the things I need to do, because this episode, guys, if all goes well, will be a diplomacy episode. I'm going to figure out how our finances are, how I need to protect the kingdoms, and getting ready for potentially the war with England. And the more I've been thinking about it, I think this war with England will have to be in two stages. Stage one will be completely conquering over the island of Ireland, getting those other fiefs in the Gaelic kingdoms under the Northern Kingdom, and then in stage two, the second war, we could get the rest of England. So there's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of plans, and I haven't figured them all out yet. But we're going to do that in this episode right here today. But first thing, I'm going to grab my golden chalice, and I'm going to take a sip of my tasty beverage. So tasty today. Guys, I am so excited about this episode. And I'm so excited because Lord Lancia has been a very faithful Lord to the Northern Kingdoms. And I will treat him well, I promise you. Once we get Dungannon back from England, it is all his, and he will have all of Northern Ireland to himself. But he's got to wait. He's got to be patient. But I'll have to take a look. I could probably give him a village or two to tide him over until we can get those major towns back for him. So, but anyway, I've been learning a little bit about his family. Been spending some time in his new castle, Tully Hogue Fort. This is his wife, and this is his daughter. How's it going? How you doing? I'm sorry, my lady. No time to speak. And then also we have Lord Replies. He's here as well. I'll speak to you later. But, let's speak to Lord Lancia right now. And, I have a new task for you. Oh, wait. Let me ask you this. Who do you think should receive the Feast of Oban? Oh, okay. Really? Wow. Look how noble he is. He believes a lord who has no land and no income should get some land. Wow. This is the type of lord that I could build a kingdom off of. Lord Lancia, you are so wise. I will take this under advisement. So, Oban, I will think about it. I will think about it. I have a new task for you. I need you to patrol around our new acquired castle. Where is it? Did I completely miss it? There we go. I need you to patrol around Donegal. And I know he's going to do it because he is one of my most trusted lords, Lord Lancia. Lord Lancia. Completely just amazing. Then next, let's talk to Lord Replies, who's on the other spectrum of this. Look at this relationship. -40, and he's angry at me. I don't think I've given him anything, though. He's got no fiefs. That's probably why. I don't know why I have a hard time. He's got over 100 men in his party, so he's pretty strong. I don't really know where he's from, though. Maybe that's why. He's fairly young, so he could really help me out. Maybe I should give him something small. Maybe I should give him something small. Maybe I should give him something in Ireland, like a village somewhere, maybe close to Donegal. And if he proves his worth, then maybe he could get a castle in Ireland. Once we conquer it, he needs to help us out with the war in England and Ireland, and then I'll give him a castle. So we've got a plan for you, Lord Replies. I'm going to give you a shot. I just haven't seen much from you. But this is another way you can prove yourself to me. I have a new task for you. I need you to patrol around Donegal as well. You're going to do that? We'll see. And then maybe I'll give you a village. So we'll go from there. So guys, this is probably the most I could do in the Gaelic kingdoms for now. At this moment, I gotta rely on Lord Lancia. He's kind of like my warden of the Warden of Ireland at this moment until someone else proves himself worthy. But I have to get back to the capital. I have to get back to Stirling because there's so much I need to do. So let's get out of here, guys. And I have a full party. And I need to drop them off in a garrison as well, because they will get angry with me. Look at that. Lord Replies has 129 men in his party. What should I give him? Well, Ennis sounds like a good option. It's very poor. We can see if he brings it up. No one has Ennis except for myself. I think it belongs to myself, but I could give him Ennis, right? That may be a good idea. That makes sense. That does make sense to give him Ennis. And then if he does well, maybe I can give him Sligo or Wexford Castle. That seems reasonable. Probably Wexford Castle's more likely. I believe so. I just have a plan for how I want to distribute this. I think 3 major lords and maybe 1 or 2 other minor lords. But Lord Replies looks pretty strong with 129 men in his party. Could he possibly be the Lord of Dublin and Wexford and Ennis? We'll have to see. If I happen to come back to this area and he's patrolling around, or I see him do good work in the messages, then we'll have to reconsider. But right now, -40. He's pretty angry at me. Maybe I can help him out. Maybe I can send him some gifts. We just have to see what our financial situation is before we start doing that. Also, guys, I've seen some rebel lords from the Gaelic kingdoms, the former Gaelic kingdoms, running around. Look, they're looting some villages. So we'll see if they can do a good job. Oh, look at Rodrigo. Here's another lord that has to prove himself. He's got Inverness, but I'm sure he'd like some more. What if I have him patrol around? Yeah, what if I have him patrol around this abbey? See if I can catch him. And see if I can see him do good work. Oh. Don't get involved. I'm too busy for that right now. Can I wait? This shouldn't take very long. Oh, there's Peter Ditton too. Okay, so let's see. Lord Rodrigo. Well, good. You're headed my way, so that's perfect. Guys, I knew this was going to happen. Eventually, we were going to lose Norwich Castle. And I've talked about this several times before in this series, but the problem is that I'm so far away from the Papal States that if I actually do an offensive action against the Pope himself, like take one of his feats, like Norwich Castle now, or actually attack the Pope on the battlefield, I will have negative relationships with every Catholic kingdom. That's like France and Denmark and England and every Italian kingdom, and there's just other kingdoms I can't even think of right now that would come after me. And listen, I gotta be smart. I'm a small kingdom. I can't just go to war with everybody, and the Pope wants to pick a fight with me, and I just have to accept it. Listen, he's not going to get all the way up into Stirling. There's just no way he's going to venture that far. And if he does, I'm going to take action and make sure that he's not going to get that far. But for now, it's sad to say, but I think he's gonna have Norwich. He's going to have Norwich, and if he ever goes to war with anyone else and they take Norwich Castle, then it's on. I'll probably go to war with that kingdom eventually and get Norwich Castle back. We will one day get back our homeland of Norwich Castle. But for now, guys, I lift my golden chalice to Norwich Castle and wish it the best in its village and its manor. And I hope the Pope does them well. My poor villagers, I will be back for you soon. I promise. One day I'll come back and I'll reclaim my lands. So guys, I'm really sorry. Anybody who's played this game before understands that unless you're in Italy itself, then you're just, unless you're in Italy itself and you could just take the Pope down because you're right there and just completely annihilate him in one fell swoop and take care of all these petty kingdoms around there. It's just very difficult to take care of the Pope when you're all the way in England. So Guys, I promise you we're going to get back to Norwich. This pains me. This pains me. Okay, so this guy, I think this was Lancia's friend. So let's see if you deserve a fief. I'm going to have you protect Ennis because it's the furthest out. It's completely unprotected. And maybe you could get Ennis as well. Right? Well, I have a new task for you. I need you to patrol around. Where's Ennis? There it is. We'll see. Guys, sometimes I have a hard time keeping track of everything going on in the message board. So you let me know if you see these lords. Do a good job, and I will reward them properly. You will be my trusted advisors, my spies out in the field. But right now, I'm going to go to Kildrummy Castle. I'm going to drop off a lot of these troops. Oh, here we go. I do not need 7,000 dinars for some petty king. I reject the offer. I don't care if I lose honor to some petty Gaelic kings. Okay, guys, we're going to head to Kildrummy Castle. We're going to drop off a ton of these troops because I don't need them. We're pretty much, the war's winding down. So let's see. Let's manage the garrison. Inspect the garrison. Oh, let's upgrade some of these troops. Some more barons. Listen, I've been watching. These Scandinavian barons are amazing in sieges. I'm going to consider getting some more of these Scandinavian knights that turn into barons because in sieges, they're pretty impressive. Also, senior knights are fairly impressive too. So, also, wow, yeah, let's upgrade some of these guys. And then we don't need the Welsh veteran archers anymore. We don't need the clansmen. I'm going to keep these guys to upgrade them. You don't need to be upgraded anymore, nor do you. Let's see. We could keep you guys around. So let's drop off. Let's give my knights a rest. The barons a rest. You could upgrade. Give all these senior knights a rest. And I'm going to keep about 81 men in my party. Actually, I don't think I need to keep these guys around other than to upgrade them, which I think is a wise choice. So I'm going to try to keep them around to upgrade. Also, guys, I have to do a lot of recruiting, so it's good to keep a pretty open inventory for my military. I'm going to try to go down and recruit some more Welsh archers, in fact, and I think that would be a good idea. Actually, I just looked at the condition of my army, and it seems like they're below average. One reason is I have some rotten beef in my inventory and nothing but grain. So when we get back to Stirling, I'm going to have to treat my men well. So let's run back to Stirling before my men get really pissed. Alright, so let's go to the tavern first and make my men happy. Oh yes, the madam. Not a problem. I appreciate it, ma'am. And then let's go to the marketplace. I need to get some good food. Some smoked fish, some chicken. Let's bring this stuff to the bottom. In case you guys didn't know, the things that are further up in the inventory, the things that eat first, things on the bottom are things that eat last. So chicken, for instance, I'm trying to put it up at the top so they munch on that stuff first. Also, let's get out of here. All right, guys. I'm going to take a walk around the streets really quickly because it's been a while since I've been in Stirling. Talk to my people. Oh, it's such a rainy day and they didn't give me a horse. Ah, this is terrible. King walk into a city without a horse on a rainy day. This is ominous. Ominous indeed. Alright, so. Hey, good sir. Scottish heavy axeman, how are you doing? Good, good. Keep watch. There are rebels everywhere. Alright, so looks like I've came quite late at night. So let's head into the castle. Say hi to my wife, take care of some business, and also, any new lords? No new lords. Okay, so let's think about what I need to do. First thing, I need to talk to, is it Chamberlain? Oh, I don't need to talk to you. Talk to my Chamberlain. Let's expect our treasury. Wow, so I'm at 386,000 dinars. On top of what I have. So we're not in great shape. But that brings me back to I need to increase the taxes for my fiefs back to medium. Now let's talk about something else. I want to exchange tax rates. All right, so let's talk about sterling. So I guess I haven't set it very low. Let's set it to normal. Yes. Also, let's talk about Glasgow. Let's set it to normal as well. I think we're in good shape. The war's over. Everyone should be prosperous again. And I'll go and I'll talk to the guild masters, and I'll make those towns more prosperous. It's another thing I need to do. Financial affairs. 14,000, but a cost of 32 from feasts and garrisons. It's really the army and kill drummies that's hurting us a lot too. That's a lot of the money that's going out, but we need the army. I mean, there's just no other way about it. Not that bad at tax and efficiency, I must say. But yeah, negative 20,000. That hurts. Okay. I think that's all I can do with you for now. Now let's talk to the Chancellor. The mood regarding Oban. So, Kabuku, Manuel Magus, so 2 lords. One lord supports, and I know who that lord is. And 2 lords supports. Oh, Lord replies. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. That is interesting. So 2 for Manuel Magus, but he's got a castle, and he hasn't done much. But 2 for Lord replies. All right. Let's see. I'd like to send a gift to a person, to a lord. Well, actually, I'm gonna back up. I want information about a lord of our kingdom. Lord replies. He's a quarrelsome person. He's a quarrelsome person. Information about a lord. Let's talk about these new lords. This guy. A calculating person. I think I'd rather have a calculating person than a quarrelsome person. Yeah, I think I want to get rid of the quarrelsome people from my realm. How about this other guy who just, yes, War Realm the 5th. Debauched. Oh, I was wrong about him. He's debauched. Because I think Lord Rodrigo is debauched as well, right? Yes. Yes. Well, quarrelsome is better than debauched, I suppose. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send a gift to 150 units of ale, wine, or oil. I need to get some of that. Message to another lord. What could I send to another lord? This is interesting. I ask him, will patrol around. Actually, let's back up. This is interesting. This is what I'm going to do, because I can... a message to another lord. Let's, War Ram. Ask him if he's willing to patrol around. What do I need him to patrol around? How about the Abbey? Okay, good. And then send another message to another lord. Already talked to him. Who else? Lord Rodrigo. I couldn't find you out in the field, but I found you now. Patrolled around. You know what? I'm going to give you the same Abbey and see if you're going to do a good job there. Okay. So if I want to send any gifts to some lords, I need to go back to my manor in Sterling and get the oil. What else did he say? See, I forgot already. I want to send a gift to a person, to a lord. Ale, wine, or oil. Okay. Ale, wine, or oil. Okay, so great. Chamberlain, Constable, what can I do about you? How goes the war with the Gaelic kingdoms? Chance to recover. Yep. I mean, we're done, right? We're done. Papal states. Both sides suffering. Yep, I do. Yeah, I do. I want to remain friendly because he is head of the Catholic Church. That's all I need to know. I will come back to you later, good sir. And then let's talk to the Queen. Queen Isabel, it's so nice to see you again. I need to talk to you about, do you have any ideas? Of course not. You only had one idea. I love you still. I love you still. Let's talk about the state of affairs. What do I need to do? I'd like to dispatch an inventory. What could we do with the Kingdom of France? Nope. This would be interesting. I could send Prince Richard out, because he does have some persuasion. Should it be to England, though? I can't think of anyone. I need to think about that. Let's talk about... Let's get out of here really quickly. I'm going to leave here. And guys, we're going to have a little conversation. We're going to have a thought process here. All right, so... If I look at Northern England, all right, what do I have? I have Stirling, Glasgow, Kildrummy Castle. I can't get rid of any of those. And I have Wick and Ennis. All right, Wick and Ennis. I know where Ennis is. Where is Wick? Wick is up here. Who has Urquhart Castle? I believe Peter Ditton has Urquhart Castle. He does. Okay, so it makes sense. Who has Inverness? I believe it's Lord Rodrigo has Inverness. And Dingwall Castle belongs to Joseph Brecklin? Yes. Does he also have Perth? Yes, which makes sense. So it makes sense that Peter Ditton should get Wick. And that should be it for Peter Ditton. He's kind of trapped up here. I think that'll be fine. Now, the other thing that could happen is if Rodrigo, for some reason, gets indicted for treason and Inverness goes down, I could give Inverness to Peter Ditton as a reward. And then one day I won't need Kildrummy Castle to hold my garrison. I'll have my garrison, of course, much closer to the south once I conquer England. So he could get Kildrummy Castle, and he could have this part of Scotland. I like that. I like that. And then the plan one day, who's got Oban? Who has... no one has Oban. I see. Now that makes things interesting, because my plan is to give Joseph Brecklin Glasgow one day. And with... well, maybe a minor lord could have Oban, because he'd have Dingwall, Perth, and Glasgow. What about Carluke? Who's got Carluke? No one's got Carluke. Or I have Carluke. Right. Linlithgow belongs to... apparently that's open. Scone? Lancia. Damn, Lancia. Wish you didn't have Scone. But that's okay. So, this is open. This is open. This is open. Okay. Okay. I believe I'll keep Wick open for now. It's fine. But I really have Peter Ditton. I have his eye. I have the eye on that. Now, Oban is still open. I could give it to a minor lord. It's just so difficult to give it to someone who I one day foresee having like a major holding, like a town or a castle. Oh, so much to think about. So much to do. Okay. I've thought about it, and I have a plan. So here's what I'm going to do, really quickly. I'm going to give Ennis to Lord Valsilko. That is that new, I think he's Eastern European, Russian lord that came to us, and Lord Lancia speaks highly of him. I'm not going to give him Oban. I'm going to give him Ennis, because I want to have him prove himself. He's only 16 years old. He's a young lad, doesn't have a lot of renown. He's going to have to prove himself in the Gaelic kingdoms on the island of Ireland, and maybe I'll give him more lands. And then Manuel Magus is right here, so he could go up against the old guy Manuel Magus, and we'll see who is worthy of more lands on the island of Ireland. So that's my first plan. I'm going to give that out. As far as Old Band goes, I don't think I'm going to give it out to anyone. I'm just going to give out Innis for now. The other thing I'm going to do is I've decided where I'm going to send Prince Richard on a mission to speak to another king. I'm going to send him not to France, not to Paris. I'm going to send him to the Holy Roman Empire. Now, I'm a little worried. I think they're a good ally for us. Look how close they are to where we are. But they're not France, who basically has some lands that we one day want. And France is just a superpower. Look at them. But I am worried that them being the Holy Roman Empire, and the Pope is kind of pissed at me because they took Norwich Castle. So that's my plan. So let's see if Prince Richard could do a good job. Go to the Holy Roman Empire and speak well from one monarch to another. So let's speak to our queen once again. Let's talk about the state of affairs. First of all, I want to grant one of my vassals a fief. And like I said, I want to hand out Innis, which is one of my fiefs, I believe. Yep, let's hand out Innis. And I'm going to give it to Lord Valsilko. I'm going to trust Lord Lancia. I know I thought Lord Warband was better, but he's a debauched person, even though he has a high renown. I'm going to go with Lord Valsilko because I'm going to trust Lord Lancia. He's always with me in a battle. I'd rather have lords follow me in a battle than have high renown and not do anything for me. So we're just going to have to build Lord Valsilko together, guys. And let's see. No one really liked that idea. War Ram, -3. Yep. That'll be a problem. Those guys who are debauched, if they don't get land immediately, they don't like you. Also, I want to dispatch an emissary to, let's see, hopefully I can even do this. Where is it? Holy Roman Empire? Holy Roman Empire, where are you? Here it is. I would like to express goodwill as one monarch to another. And then I will send Prince Richard of Northern England. Yes, don't worry. He'll be fine. Do that. Oh, that is wonderful. Okay, guys. So we have our plan set in motion. Sometimes, guys, I just love these episodes. I know we didn't battle one time. We didn't have one siege. But just doing this diplomacy stuff, thinking this stuff out is just, I love it, guys. And tell me in the comments, tell me if you agree with my plans or not. Do you think it's better to have a debauched person with tons of renown and a big army now? And give them fiefs and treat them kindly? Or is it better to get someone who is honorable and build them up slowly so they'll join you in sieges and battles later? Tell me your theory on this, guys. I'm really curious. And guys, if you enjoy this episode, if you enjoy these diplomacy episodes, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps me out so much. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, subscribe. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.